It was 7 seconds of hell.
It felt like the longest day of my life. It just felt like it was never gonna end.
I'm gonna walk in, I'm gonna get back out there, I'm gonna get back to being a carpenter.
At the time I was living about 60 miles away, so I didn't see Britt and Derek and the boys that much. We're standing in the foyer, and Britta was like, hey, Derek should be back. He left about an hour ago to go get some sodas around the corner.
Well, I was at home with the kids, you know, and he was supposed to be going to the store, get a soda, come back. You know, it was supposed to be a 15-minute trip.
I would normally turn left to go home, and I looked to the right, and I saw all the flashing lights.
Normally he wouldn't pull over and ask, but with knowing that Derek was missing and where Derek was supposed to be, pulled over and asked, and they informed him that there had been a shooting and 2 people had been shot, one with superficial injuries and one with life-threatening injuries. At the same time that I'd pulled up my phone, I had located that Derek's phone was at the hospital.
I wasn't thinking. It was just act and react, you know. I didn't have time to think, hey, I might get shot here. If I do nothing, I might die here. I didn't have time to think about that. It was somebody started shooting at this man, and I grabbed the gun. And I turned to take on the second attacker. And that's when they both shot me. And I was still fighting when they ran out the door. I mean, just running on that adrenaline, I didn't even know I'd been shot. And I looked down and, you know, it was just like, oh, and kind of just took a couple steps back and started melting to the floor.
That was when she told me, right now we don't really have a solid count of how many times he's been shot. He has so many entrance and exit wounds and graze wounds, it's hard to get an accurate count. She was like, but we know that we removed 9 bullets from his abdominal cavity and there's a 10th one still in his chest.
Because I couldn't stand to see an innocent person lose their life. Somebody who was complying, who was giving in to the demands of somebody else and still being shot at. And that's when I grabbed the gun and was able to jam it up and, you know, act the way that I did.
It's one of those things you can't even believe it happens, let alone to somebody you love, let alone to somebody that is such a provider. First person I called was Lou Tuck. And Lou, in Lou fashion, he jumped right on the ball, and Lou started collecting money the next day.
I said we need to do something because his wife just had surgery, and we need to put a couple buckets in each Alamac. And so I thought about it, and I got a couple big jugs, and my foreman at the time, he brought a couple big jugs in, and we put up some pictures that I had gotten, him and the kids, and I just kind of listed a little bio of, what had happened, where he's at, and how this will help him.
Many brothers gave time, gave money, whatever they could do. The local got together, they figured out how to get Derek a lift. They've helped with everything. And then the International itself stepped up and they made a donation for Derek.
We are actually starting to walk with a walker. Of course, you got to see the sea race trial, which was a lot more work than just walking with a walker is, because have had a huge dedicated team that day, but now we're into strengthening and, you know, actually relearning how to walk instead of, well, you can't feel anything, so what do we do? It's constantly getting feeling back. Being part of the Brotherhood is just that. They rallied around us like family. And they continue to do so.
And it wasn't just the financial support. It was the emotional support. It was the what can we do? How can we help with the boys? Do you need us to come spend time with them? Do you need us to come spend time with you? I mean, they just made sure that I knew that I wasn't alone. I knew what the union was capable of, in the sense of, we pass the hat, we look out for each other. I did not realize it was going to be to that level.
I'd just like to say thank you. I mean, to everybody who's rallied around my family when I couldn't, when I was away for almost 3 months in hospitals. Everybody who came around and rallied and kept my family going and let them know it's going to be okay. We got you. That, I can't thank you enough.
To me, it is really amazing how you can get a group of guys and women and get them together and the solidarity between everybody.
We look out for each other, and not only in moments of crisis, but in every day. So we truly do care about each other.
It's so much more than just a job or a career.
Now it's our turn to, give back.